Welcome back to the Gweilo 60 channel. I'm back in one of my old haunts here. You'll probably remember the surroundings from previous videos. But again, that's not what this video is about, guys. I know you heard that before. But why are Chinese people living longer than we are in the West now? It used to be the opposite, where the lifespan of a Chinese person was a lot less than an American or a Canadian. Not no more, guys. They're living longer. They're living better. They're, and there's a lot of reasons for it. I go to all you can eat and all you can drink hot pot Korean barbecue upstairs here every once in a while, and they've got fridges full of beer and coolers. They got baijiu and wine, and it's all, once you pay your fee, it's all free type thing, eh? And that's one of the reasons why they live longer, is that they don't drink like us booze hounds in the West. They'll drink pop, they'll drink water, they'll drink soya milk, they'll drink corn milk. They'll, they just don't. They don't indulge. Well, most of them don't. There are some that do. I've seen some baijiu boys out in the countryside that there's no way I would be able to keep up to them. But one of the reasons why they live longer is because they're not booze hounds, and they exercise. You see, not a lot of people. Well, not everybody in China owns a car, so they do a lot more walking. They ride bikes. They exercise more. You've seen the park videos that I do. The old boys are in the park, running, exercising, dancing, playing instruments, doing all sorts of things, and that keeps them healthier longer. Sitting in front of a television set in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, when it's 40 below outside, is not good for your health. With a case of kokanee or Sneaky Weasel beer in the fridge, not good for your health. See, the people here, they get out and about a lot more than we do in the West, and you can see by the surroundings around me that this is a Sunday afternoon, and there's people freaking everywhere. And that's one of the reasons why they live a lot longer than we do in the Western world. Another one of the reasons why they live a lot longer is their diet. The food that they eat here is a lot healthier than the food that we eat in the Western world, and because they eat vegetables, lots and lots of vegetables, and very little meat. They eat their 3 squares a day, but they don't overindulge. You very seldom see fat people here, and it's because of their diet. A little bit of rice, a little bit of veggies, a little bit of meat. Well, lots of veggies, a little bit of meat. It's China, and they have such a variety of food here too, that it's just it's amazing how much there is. Like, you look around, and how many fat people do you see? They don't overindulge. That's another reason why they're living a lot longer, is because they aren't fat like a Westerner. But I have been noticing more chubby people in China this last couple of years than before, because in 2003 there were like hello police, eh? But I lost my train of thought. Now I'm acting like Joe Biden. But yeah, you see, but there are some chubby people. There are more chubby people here than 2003. But still, not very many, guys and girls. Not very many. One of the reasons why they do die is smoking is prevalent here. So it's not all good. It's not all sugar-coated candy. They smoke more here, and I've noticed a lot of the young girls smoking cigarettes. How unbecoming, you know what I mean? That's not good for their health. But the exercise, the food, the not drinking all the time, things like this make them live much longer than we do in the West. The Chinese actually work harder than we do too, so they're physically fit. I've gone to a number of gyms, and I've seen there's a lot of people that hit the gym here in China. So they they're on bikes, they're exercising in parks, they're hitting the gym, they're doing all of the things that we should be doing in the West, and they work harder than we do. Yes, they work much harder than we do. There's not an opioid crisis here in China. I know in the Western world, especially in British Columbia and Canada, there's a big opioid crisis going on there. Probably because the government, in all of their glory, have decriminalized hard drugs in Canada, so they don't give a rat's ass if their citizens die of overdoses or whatever. And you see a lot of, the lifespan of a Canadian is going down right now because of the opioid crisis, where in China, we don't have that here. I have yet to see any needles on the ground. I have yet to see drug addicts on the street. I have yet to see any of that shit. So, there's so much going. Kids, there's so much going on in the Western world that just makes life more dangerous. The hospitals are getting better. The healthcare is getting better. I remember when Wei Peng's mom was passing away. She was in a little 4-story old hospital, and it was pretty pitiful. Like as for a hospital, it wasn't state of the art, and that was 2011, so 13 years ago. Now that hospital is a daycare, and they have a brand new high-rise hospital in its place. So the healthcare is getting a lot better here too. And yes, Chinese do have universal healthcare. I think it's 300 and some RMB a year, and it covers 70% of everything. So, things like this make a big difference in the health of the citizens of a country. And China has taken care of this over the last 15 or 20 years, and made it so the Chinese people live longer than we do in the West. The Chinese are more family-oriented than we are in the West. Wei Peng used to always say, "I have a cold heart," when she says, "Well, you should go spend Christmas with your kids." I says, "Well, they're like 17,000 kilometers away." Yeah, it doesn't matter if it was Chinese family, we get together every year, and this and that and the other thing. So they're family oriented to the point where it's a healthier lifestyle. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Is when you're family oriented, it's a healthier lifestyle. It's better for your mental health, and you see, mental health has a lot to do with living longer too. Because in Canada, the United States, the suicide rate is just freaking nuts. I think it's up there with Japan. But the idea that if you have family, if you have people that you can rely on a regular basis, it helps with your overall health, and the Chinese have that in spades. And that brings me to the final one: less infidelity. You don't have Pornhub, and you don't have XXX this and teenage sluts on the internet. All of that is banned here in China, and I think that leads to less infidelity, and with less infidelity, there's less venereal diseases, there's less AIDS, there's less, and it snowballs. So from the family orientation to the eating better, to the not drinking, to the better hospitals, to the less infidelity, to the family oriented, to all of these different things that make the life in China healthier for the Chinese citizens. And you can see it when you walk down the street. You can see that people are out and about. You can see that they've got smiles on their faces. You can see that they're healthy. They're not fat. You can see that They're actually very smart, intelligent people that know what's right and wrong, and maybe the West could take just a page out of the playbook here in China and understand why the Chinese have gone from probably one of the worst for life expectancy 50 years ago to one of the best in life expectancy in 2024, and learn from these people, because you know what? They're doing it right, and we're obviously doing it wrong in the Western world. And that, my friends, is another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. And whatever you do, don't forget to resubscribe, because YouTube is fucking with my subscribers again. And I get a comment every video I do or two that say that they've been unsubscribed 5-6 times in the last month. So they know I'm back in China, and they're screwing with me again. So until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now.